Yeah, I think it's a pretty consistent message that I've been hearing certainly yesterday and here, and then just in my own circle of just what I was mentioning, that a lot of companies have had to cut back because you have to have free cash flow. That's where exploration comes from. And so companies have been adjusting to the price. I think it is the new reality for some time frame. And so the focus is really on the company's financials as a company, and then do you have the costs and that sort of thing, so that if you are successful, you can actually make money out of it. So I think the companies over the last couple of years have been working on getting the costs down, re-engineering the thinking about how you might develop something, different kind of conversations, teams talking differently with the suppliers and the operators, and then the teams in the upstream side, to try and make things work. But it's if you get in ultra deep water, any complex types of projects become more problematic when you're at a lower cost. They really came into vogue as the price was going up.
Yeah.
There are a lot of competition from the unconventionals onshore U.S., where you just aren't taking the risk and you know you're going to get the cash flow now, basically.
Yeah.
And it's really changed the game. It's really changed the industry. It's so dynamic right now. I think there's a combination of some countries are starting to kind of change terms and be a little more flexible in some conversations to find solutions, and I think that's really, really important right now. Kind of responsiveness and flexibility, so that they can work with the companies, because so many companies are going through their own strategic reevaluations, as we just talked about, in particular with exploration. But some are decided they're going to go for the shelf, as you mentioned. Some are decided they're not going to explore for a while. We've got companies that have had recent success. They need to put their money into developing them and getting some cash. It depends on where the companies are in their life cycle and the countries. So we are, like many companies, less active in exploration over this kind of time frame. We are going to continue the work that we're doing in Equatorial Guinea and Cameroon. We're evaluating Gabon. We're looking at, do we grow in Gabon? Can we find the right sort of thing, as well as we're also interested in Congo, and have expressed an interest there for a number of years. So it's all about, can we get the right kind of terms? Do we see the right kind of prospectivity that warrants this kind of focus? We do look. We always have to. It's also a time if you could be opportunistic. So we do look. Are we like West Africa? And so we're going to continue to look at things to see if there's anything that makes sense for Noble.
Yep.
But it's the whole risk versus the cost to explore versus the cost to development, and does it rise to the top? So that's where the focus is on.